I guess let's get the obligatory stuff out of the way. I'm sure you probably don't want to talk about this all season, but we know it's the final year of your contract. Do you want to say anything about where you stand on that? Are you hoping to get something done soon, or can you tell us anything?
I'm actually just planning on focusing on what I do on the ice. I have an agent for a reason as well to deal with this, so it doesn't have to take my focus and time away from what I have to do on the ice and prepare for the season. So right now they're taking care of business, so I'm taking care of my own.
Last question on this. Would you be happy to get something done soon? Would you like to, or is that kind of out of your mind? And if it happens next in the off season, that's fine too.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's the focus is what I do on the ice, and what I do as far as preparing for this season. I mean, I love it here. I love the direction we're going in. So I'm just excited to be back. I'm excited to be on the ice again and competing with and against my teammates now to prepare for the season.
Tell us about the off season. You know, how you're feeling going into this year, going back to the full schedule, less COVID restrictions, all that.
Yeah, it's nice. It was nice to come back to New York and see it was a little bit more lively than when I left in May. And just having a regular season now, and you look at the schedule and the way it's planned out, feels like we're going towards a more normal year again. So really good off season. Really looking forward to preparing for the season. I mean, we made some great additions to the team. The young guys are looking good, so I'm super excited.
Mika, just back to the original asked. Do you know if anything's close? Do you ask questions? I mean, how does this work for you? Everybody handles this differently. You know?
Again, I have my conversation with my agent, and that's what I'll give you guys. I try to keep it in-house right now. Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to have that as a I don't know if distraction is the right word, but something that I walk around and think about. So I won't have that many more comments for you guys, unfortunately.
You mentioned you like some of the additions in the off season that you guys made. It certainly seemed, I mean, you look at the additions and where the holes that they filled, there's a lot of grit, grinding type of players. Did you feel as last season went on that was a missing element for this team and was needed and that had to be addressed in the off season?
I think it's just, you know, we have experienced guys now. I think it's going to be a little bit more as we move forward and evolve as a team. I think it's going to be clearer roles, and I think that's something that's been taken care of, and now it's just up to us to kind of figure it out on the ice, and obviously with the new coaching staff and getting everyone in together and buying in. So again, I'm super excited. I've been excited all summer and been really looking forward to this.
Mika, you've been here throughout the whole rebuild period or whatever, and not making the playoffs and stuff. Where do you feel this team is now in terms of the goal of getting back to the playoffs? In terms of, you know, are you there yet?
We have to make the playoffs. I feel like we have the team to do it, and I think that's something we're all aiming at, and that's our goal. So I mean, it's yeah. I don't see anything else. I don't know why you would play 82 games not to make the playoffs or be satisfied by being close. Mm-hmm. Especially not with this group. So that's our goal. That's our first step.
It's always the goal, but your feeling on it, is it different going into this year than maybe last year before that?
I think so. And look at our younger guys. Year 2, year 3 on those guys. I mean, they're looking good on the ice as well. And I mean, it's a good feeling around the team, around the locker room, around the training center. So I mean, in terms of that, I think just looking around the team and looking around the locker room, everyone's excited. Everyone's excited to get going, being here. And we have an opportunity here, and we got to make the most of it.
Have you been notified by Team Sweden that you're on a list of candidates for the Olympic team? Has that been done yet?
Yeah, we had a little get-together camp or whatever in August. 30 of us, I think 36 of us. But they have that long list that you have to send in now, and then there's short of the list, closer to it. So, yeah, that's at least I'm in the big list that they send in. So that's fun.
You've been here, I guess, and you skated it all before.
Yeah.
Before this, so I'm just wondering, is there any difference you've seen in Lafreniere, from last year to this year?
Yeah, I mean, just the scrimmage. I think it's just everyone knows his attributes and his skill level, and I think at the end of last season, he started working a lot harder too. He really put the work in, and he did this summer as well. I mean, he's looking great. I feel like he's allowing his skill set to come out even more now, at least just from an hour of scrimmage, to see that, and even before. So I'm super excited for him.
You mentioned having a more experienced group now, and now this core that you've had of veterans on the team has been together for a bit now. Do you think that makes the expectations of yourselves a little bit higher this year going around?
Yeah, I mean, especially after last year and the previous years, obviously COVID year, the play-in and everything, but still no playoffs for a certain amount of years. You feel a responsibility as someone who's played in the league for some time now, and we have other players coming in from other teams, and I mean Gaudreau coming from back-to-back with Tampa. You have the younger guys coming. I think it's just a good mix of guys, and as vets and as older guys, you have to step up and take more responsibility and for us to move forward.
Mika, we've talked a lot this summer when we've talked to Chris about the captain, and you haven't had one since McDonough was traded. And Chris has said that he would like to have a captain. What is the feeling in the room as far as, we want a captain, we need a captain, we don't need a captain? What's the feeling in the room, when that subject comes up?
I feel like we have a lot of good leaders. The way we've had the four assistants, I mean, I feel like it's a long time ago we had a captain, so I don't really know what the difference was in that sense, but we have a lot of good leaders, different type of leaders, and if we're going to have a captain, we have a lot of good options, so I think that's a good thing for us.
From a personal standpoint, would you want to be the captain if it was you?
We'll get to that if that question comes up, but right now, again, we have a lot of good leaders, and I'm sure whoever gets it is going to do a great job. Obviously, the other guys that have been wearing the A is not going to shy away or just disappear because one guy has a C. I think it's a group thing, and the leadership group and the vets, obviously. So I'm not thinking about that too much, to be honest.
You mentioned though that the A's, just to kind of follow up on that. It might be hard to describe, but like, how do you view your leadership style? Like, could you put that into words the way that you try to lead it? You don't strike everyone as like a super outspoken guy in that sense, but how would you say that you try to lead the young guys especially?
I mean, try to lead by example. I might not be the one standing from the whole group every game or every practice was taught, but try to do my part in talking one-on-one or just with the young guys or whatever it is. It's nothing that I'm trying to think up what I should do as a leader, or I have I guess I have a different type of leadership than some other guys, and I'm probably not the only one who's not that outspoken as a leader. So again, I think we got a good mix of leaders in this group, where you have people who can speak up, and I mean, it's just everyone's different.
What does
Last one, guys.
what does the Olympic participation, what impact did that have, do you think, on this season, and for motivation, or understanding that it's potential, or what do you think that could have on you personally, and just maybe on the league too?
I mean, I'm excited it's back. That the NHL players are allowed to go. I think it gives you that extra energy, or what do you want to call it, during the season, because you know you have to make the team. There are a lot of good players. I'm just talking for Team Sweden. There are a lot of good players fighting for those spots, and you want to be one of them. So you want to make sure that you play well enough to make the team. So I think that kind of leads up to, you know, better you play, the better team is going to be here for the Rangers as well. And I think that's a good competitive thing for us during the season, up until February as well. It's always a huge honor to represent your country. I've done it a few times now, and that's there's no better feeling to do that and play for your country. I mean, that's probably the biggest honor you can in any sport, really.